Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Started all the way back in 1971, and now we're sometime in October 1982. And now it's time to go back to the United Kingdom to play Castle of Riddles. That's right, we couldn't get it to load last time, but Peter Kilworth won't get the best of me. Let's pop in and play Castle of Riddles, or slide the cassette in and play Castle of Riddles. This is again published by Acornsoft at sometime in October 1982. There we go. We got the full title too. So apparently the version I had before was a messed up version, and it wasn't the true version one, but it was just a very messed up cassette. But we should be good now, and I say that, but then it may all crash all over again. So here's Castle of Riddles. The adventuring trade isn't what it used to be. You reflect, oh, this is the story. This is what we read on the box. The cold draft, the door. You begin your magical adventure with wizardry, hocus pocus of all kinds. Whoa, it actually scrolls. The text does. And then the wizard reveals himself. Okay, so this is where the wizard tells you that he has a castle that has been overrun with a warlock. He's put a bunch of traps in. Nice. So in the game itself, it shows the full story. We have all the lore. Yes. I don't know how we're going to solve the riddles, Brian. We'll see what happens. So anyway, he tells us if we can go in and help him out. If he's the wizard, why doesn't he take care of it? I don't think we have any magic spells or anything. All right, so once loaded, if you get it loaded, you'll be asked whether you want to start with the initial position or save position. Very nice. And you can even save your game. Very, very cool. We're playing, you can restore saved positions, and you can quit if you die, because you will die a lot in this game. This is another one of those very cryptic text adventure games. The game starts with a description of immediate surroundings, and the computer only looks at the first 4 letters of any word you type, so beware of that command northeast. It has to be typed as NE. Oh, well, we did do that. We tried it last time. It still didn't work. The computer becomes your eyes and hands. It will tell you what you can see and what's happening all around you. That's right. October 1982. It's all about the text. Yeah, that's true, Ubicore. This really isn't the game itself, but scrolling text like this for a text adventure game is actually awesome. But we're not in the game itself, so don't get too impressed. So general advice telling you about tunnels, areas that are not lit, and if it doesn't understand anything, and it most likely will because it's a 2-word text parser, just tread lightly. Also, how to use useful words. This is great. I don't even know, was this in the original? Because this was only available on the BBC Model B. Did they give you all these hints and tips? This is awesome. And there's the score. You will bring some stuff back that you can get treasure from the wizard's castle and then come back. Castle of Riddles is loading. Let's do it. And it's doing what it's supposed to. Yeah, we're going to start from initial position, so we'll go I. There we go. I know, it's got to be magic. See, now we're not scrolling anymore. Just on the intro. You're standing south of the wizard's castle, which stands on a hill above a vast forest to the south. Paths go north, east, and northwest around the castle walls. A dark gateway leads north into the castle. The castle walls are unclimbable, and there's ledges and ramparts visible far above. All right, so let's try this again. Ready? Go. I want to go northwest. All right. Please work. Please. Oh, it did it. Yes. You are west of the castle. Paths go northeast and southeast around the castle, and to the east lies the forest. Well, let's go into the forest. If you're not going to get lost in a desert in text adventure games at this time, you're going to get lost in the woods. And that's it. I'm sure if we go, we're going to be immediately lost. You're wandering lost, yes, in a dense forest. Trees block the view in all directions. What a riddle. We just got to get ourselves into the castle. All right, so let's go west again. I wonder if they have to go a certain way, wandering around lost in the woods. You're at a bald spot in the forest. The view is mountainous, consisting of trees. There's a large gold coin here. Sweet. Let's go ahead and get coin. Does it understand get? There's some games we play that only understand take. Yes, it does. It works. And Ubicore, we might try go up, and we might try go door. We'll see. After we get the coin, let's go ahead and head back east. What are we going to use a coin for? Maybe we'll buy something from the warlock. You're wandering lost in the dense forest, so let's go ahead and head up now. Up that tree, just like Ubicore said. Have you done this one before? You're perched precariously at the top of a tree. You can see the castle from here. You lucky thing. I don't think any games ever called us, you lucky thing, you. All right, we're at the top of the tree. Let's go ahead and go down now. Why do we go up then? All right, we'll go back down. And we're back south of the castle. All right, let's go northwest. Keep following that path. Around the castle. Yep, we're west of the castle. Back again. Let's go northeast. And at this point, you would be drawing the map on your either grid paper or paper yourself. You find yourself north of the castle. Paths go southeast and southwest around the castle. There's a small hole south into the castle wall. To the north lies the forest. The other thing to consider, too, is the game is called Castle of Riddles, and at this time and later, they're still going to say the game's so challenging, you'll never figure it out. So you buckle down, and you get your grid paper, and you write all the notes, and you got to figure this game out, because no game's going to get the best of you. That's how you would feel right now. That's right, you lucky thing, you. All right, so north of us lies the forest. Let's not go back there. Let's go ahead, and we should see... We have this small hole, so let's go ahead and go south. I don't know how that sends us into the small hole, but sure. Yes, we're in the cubby hole in the castle wall. The only exit's back the way you came. There's a small battery lamp here. There's always a lamp. And maybe see, I'm not even considering this an adventure or colossal cave type variant. But, I mean, it's really close. It's got a lamp. There's just too many games that are close to adventure or colossal cave. All right, so let's go ahead and take lamp. Let's do a different verb. Not the lampo. There we go. Took the lamp. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and head north. And then it just says, okay. Do we go north? I don't know. We're north. Can we look? What's north? Is it just north of the castle? There. Oh, we got more description when we said, look. You find yourself north of the castle. Paths go southeast and southwest around the castle. There's a small hole. Okay, so it's back where after we got in, I guess we just got in the hole and then got out, and then we're back on with the lamp. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn the lamp off. The lamp's already off. All right, fine. Let's go ahead and go north. Okay, let's keep going north. Is there a portcullis? You're wandering in a dense forest. Uh-oh, no, go back south. We don't want to be lost in the forest. Oh, really, Ubakor? You have played this one. You'll help us solve all the riddles. All right, so let's go ahead and go southeast. Got to go around. Oh, no, we're back in the forest. No, go southwest then. Great idea, Chiptune. Then there won't be any riddles. Uh-oh, now we're really lost in the forest. Go back east. Is all cardinal directions working to keep us lost in the forest? Oh, man, we really are lost. Can we go east again? Oh, no. We did it. We've made ourselves lost in the woods. Oh, we're back in the bald spot. Okay, good. So we can get our way back from here. After the bald spot, then we go where the coin was. All right, let's go ahead and go east now. Because this is where the coin was. And now we can go up the tree so we can see how to get out of the forest. That's why you climb the tree. Ah, yes. And we can see the castle. And that's why we can get ourselves out of the woods. Do you have to climb up the tree every time you want to get out of the woods? All right, let's go ahead and go northwest, because now we saw where the castle was. Otherwise, we'd be wandering in the woods, I guess, every time. All right, go northeast. Let's keep making our way around the castle. And then there we go. So let's go ahead and go north now. No, we're lost in the woods again. No, go south. I don't want to go there. How about we go south? Oh, we're lost in the... So when you get lost in the woods, you can't get out until you climb the tree to see the castle. Yes, Manly, we should burn the forest. Burn it to the ground. I already mentioned this when we had talked about it the last time we were playing. This is just like Peter Kilworth's other game, Philosopher's Quest. It is very, very difficult. Now, even with a walkthrough, like I'm following step by step, you still can get lost in the woods. Now, this is just one of the puzzles, by the way, too. There is way more to this game where there's cryptic answers to puzzles or ways to get out. It's even crazier than Brian Fargo's Demon's Forge. Like, that was difficult. This is a whole new level. This is United Kingdom text adventure game. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and pause there and say that's the taste. I don't want I don't want to go too much deeper because it's crazy hard, and I just wanted to show a little bit of what the game was, and also so we don't have to mark this broken. We can say we actually have played Castle of Riddle. So of all the games you could be playing right now across all home computers, it is very similar to other text adventure games or Colossal Cave style games, but with that brutal difficulty. And because of that, I'm not going to say it's just average. I'm going to say Castle of Riddles is a 2.5-star game of all the games you could play. Just think of every text adventure or adventure game. It's on the lower end of the average, but there are better adventure games you could play. Man, imagine how long it would take you to figure all those things out. All right, and with that, let's see what our next game is. Our next game is on the Apple II. This is Close Assault. Not Close Assault, Close Assault. Here's the box for Close Assault. It is the latest by Avalon Hill Game Company. And this game is based on the board game that Avalon Hill is popular for doing board games, now in video game form. Sort of. Front of the box shows us it's going to be a giant, massive war game, strategy game. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I look over in the chat. Yeah, Manly's with me. 2.5. Too much force. Nice. Oh, and I see some 3 stars anyway. Despite the difficulty, yeah, saying just average for all the titles. Definitely. All right, we flip it over in the back. Yeah, it looks like every other Avalon Hill or microcomputer games that we played so far. Microcomputer Games has done most of the games that they've done. This is the 53rd game we've seen by Microcomputer Games, and this is the 60th game by Avalon Hill, or published by Avalon Hill. And the majority of the titles we say, when we say all the games so far, it means all the ports too. So 60 games that they've done, and that means across, all other computers and systems. All right, so if you look at the back of the box, it has some symbols, and we're going to go through that later. There's the cassette tape to play, the map that you're going to need, and then the symbols, because you actually put pieces down on a physical board. That's right, it's a board game / video game. No problem, Curtis. All right, so let's go ahead and look at other artwork we have for Close Assault. Besides the box, there's the cassette you find inside, but we also have the map. The hex map of this strategy game doesn't take place on the computer. It's right here. It's on your table because maybe they couldn't do all the graphics in the computer. I don't know. But you now have to play the board game and the video game at the same time, which means we're out of luck here on the show. We don't have all the pieces to play. I feel like it's 1972 when we were on the Magnavox Odyssey and needed the cards and pieces for stuff, but we don't have them all. We do have the manual, but it's not going to help us because we really won't be able to play this game because it's like the games that were mechanical in nature. All right, so it's also available for other systems. We are going to check out those. The TRS-80 it was also available for. We won't be seeing that one. We're going to be playing on the Atari too. But here we go. I'll just breeze by the manual so you can see what's involved with this strategy game. It is massive. It has a lot to it, but the computer's doing all the brunt work and the calculations when it comes to when enemies need to be destroyed. What's their stats to go against Russians or Germans or Americans. So there's all the different types of units. It has the map board and what that means, because there are places on the map board that have different stats that'll determine if you're going to be firing the best way or attacking the best way. Yeah, right, Manly. And we've already seen Hex Gaming on the computer itself, not with a board. So this one is, if you were a war gamer, the board game war gamer, you would enjoy this. This would still be something that would be your cup of tea. You wouldn't want to go all computer. You would want to play a game that gives you a little bit of that. Let's put a tactile experience, hands-on pieces, and move them around, because that's what you're going to have to do. Here on the show, though, we do video games only, so most of these hybrid style games, we can't do them justice. I am going to include links down below for Wargaming Scribe. You need to see his write-up because he gets all the pieces. He gets the board game out and plays the whole game in its entirety. Here, we're just going to sample of what it looks like. Oh, you also need this, too. Keeping a record of your entire squad as you play Close Assault. Lots of paperwork. All right, let's pop in and play Close Assault. This is at some time in October 1982. The Avalon Game Company strikes again. And another one that is more of a hybrid because it's going to take a long time to load, actually, too. That's what Avalon Hill does best. They do the board games. The actual board games. I'm going to keep our fast forward going because it takes forever to load. All right, so you get different scenarios. You can do harassment of advance, strong point defense, or you can design your own scenario. Nice touch. I'm going to go with option 1, and you can pick what defending forces you want. Let's have who's defending is the Americans, and the attackers are the Russians. Will the computer play for the Americans? Oh, that's something too. You can demo. Just have the computer play itself. Why you would want to do that, I don't know. But we'll do the American force. Say yes, we'll have a computer play the Americans, and we will play as the Russians. There we go. Now here's where we're going to stop the game, because you have to have the board. You start setting up the units and putting the little pieces down on your actual game hex. So this is the extent of the video game experience. Well, until they start giving you the results of whenever enemies are attacking on your board. But it's primarily taking place on an actual board game. So there you go. That's Close Assault, or as far as I can take you. There is much more, but you have to be able to have all the pieces. So at this time, I'd say still for all the games you can be playing on home computers, I'm on the bridge. I'm in the middle of somewhere around the average, because it's doing old school methods, but then at the same time, it is a very well done strategy game, and you would have fun with it. Yeah, thanks, Marshall. I appreciate it. I'm still going to say, because of the uniqueness and because of the ratings I've heard from the time, I'm going to go 3.5 stars of all the games you can play right now. Once and again, another game that we can't do justice here on the show. But that's not it. We also have Close Assault for the Atari home computer. It's going to be more of the same. The box is identical. Avalon Hill is another one of those game publishers that can get their games out to lots of home computers, and they all look the same. It is war game-esque. Oh, look at that. 5 1/4 floppy disk on the back of this one. Nice. Yes, Manly. There you go. So Manly's throwing out a 3-star, or pretty average for all the games you can play right now. Now, on the Atari, I have a few more pieces. I have the ad you would have seen in magazines at the time by Avalon Hill. A few other ones we haven't seen yet, though, like Gypsy, Flying Ace. Oh, but the Alien is an exceptional one. We played that one, too. So here's some of the quick commands you can get, like a reference card. And then there's the squad record pad. You also have some of the other feelies, if you want to call them. These are more of the registration cards inside the box. But then there you go. That's the pieces that you would pop out, little cardboard pieces. That's the pieces you're moving around on your map. So cool. Yeah, there it is. There's the map. You have to have all this to play the game. Oh, yes, definitely, Team Ski, definitely. All right, we have the manual for this. It's the same as we said before, so if you wanted to pause the video or see the manual, if you want to play it yourself, go for it. In the meantime, let's pop in and play some Close Assault. Again, Avalon Hill at some time in October 1982. At this time, SSI is still king. Yes, much better job, I agree with the chat. And we've seen and experienced actual video games that have nothing with board game parts of it either. Not that I'm slotting board games as lower. No. They're still fun, too. All right, so here we go. We can pick different ones. Let's go with Strong Point of Defense. Defending Force. This time, let's pick the Germans. Defending against the Russians. Why not? Will the computer play for the German force? Sure. And will the Russians play? Let's say yes. Let's have just a demo mode play and see how far it goes, because I think I can speed this up super fast. By the way, it's picking, selecting the pieces and putting them on the board, and the computer is doing it by itself. When you did this yourself, you had to put the piece and then type into the computer which hex, column and row you're putting them in. Very, very tedious. So here, I want to go max speed. Let's go ahead and see how fast it goes. And you can see what the game is like on the computer. So again, this is going about 800 times faster playing the game than you would have. It almost feels like we're playing a game of chess against another computer. So this is how the game is played, move by move, and it's giving you the stats of what happens, and you still have to type in what pieces you're moving around. Going super fast like this looks like we're just doing a lot of code. Just doing some work in 1982. Oh, yes, Team Ski. We haven't seen that one yet. That should be coming up at some point. All right, so there you go. Close Assault, not really the best way we could do justice of all the games you could play, but still going to say for this time, 3.5 stars for Close Assault. Of all the games you could play across all systems, or all computers, I mean. All right, after that, let's see what is next. All right, next is the TRS-80. Let's play some Coco Terrestrial. Not familiar with Coco Terrestrial. Let's check it out together. This one doesn't have a lot of info, just a few screenshots. So I'm going to pop in and play some Coco Terrestrial. All we have is screenshot. This is by T&D Subscription Software at some time in October 1982. How do we load this one? This marks our 143rd game we've played on the TRS-80 color computer. Oh, it's basic. Okay. We We have to run et. Run et. Okay. Let's go. T&D Software, we haven't seen a lot by them. The only other ones, this is the 4th game we've seen by T&D Software after Killer Mansion, Robot Bomber, and Tank, which plays very close to combat. Coco Terrestrial. You are a little boy in search of your terrestrial friend. You are represented by a small green dot. Oh, okay, we've been there before. Yes, Curtis, that's right, from the tape magazine. And uh-oh, look what happened to the text. Can anyone read that? I feel like we need to decipher it. They're giving us clues, but we don't know what it says. You move by pressing... Okay, I can see. You move by pressing the arrow keys, and then... Oh, it says at the bottom, hit spacebar, please. Okay, I understand that. Here we go. Please find me. Oh my gosh, no way. Is that E.T.? Look, it's a little green E.T. Yeah, it does, Curtis. I bet you could. All right, we'll go and hit enter to start. We're booting up. The Dark Forest. Whoa, and there it is. Arrow key does move, and we are represented by a little green dot. Can we move diagonally? It doesn't look like it, no. Now, this is a bizarre scene. We're playing on the TRS-80 color computer, but we're being bathed in white, not green. Very strange. Okay, so here we go. We can move around freely. Can we go into trees or anything like that? I don't know what that means. Do we just die from touching a tree? And then E.T. cries again. Or Coco Terrestrial cries again. Yes. That's right, Manly, you bet. This is fantastic. This right here, this blows me away. We have not seen E.T. on the Atari VCS. This is the very first video game reference of anything E.T., like the movie E.T. This is the very first time. We're going to see that closer to Christmas when that one comes out. I don't believe this. This is E.T. before E.T. comes out. And does this play like E.T.? Like, we're looking top down, but we'll see if we can go to the top. Nice. So it's flip screen view, kind of like we're Elm Valley. Okay. And I can't touch trees. So it's playing not like the joystick doesn't work, by the way, but it doesn't play like Adventure, Warren Robinette's Adventure on Atari. I'm not able to control this with a joystick, and the movement just continues to make me go when I tap one direction. Gold Treasure Cave. Oh my gosh. So you have to maneuver that little dot, the 1 pixel, all the way at the top and have fine-tuned movement. So this is a graphic adventure game. This is a graphic adventure game because you're moving your character around even though it's 1 dot. But what? Okay, this time I'm going to go left. We'll get out of the dark forest. We're not in Peter Kilworth's forest. We'll make our way out of there. I can't believe this is the first E.T. reference. Yes, were the lawyers involved with this one? Yeah, I don't think it had to have been made for kids, but it's very difficult. And let me just explain the controls. So it's arrow keys only. When I tap to the left, look, I just tap 1 time and I'm still moving. Hands off the keyboard. It just continues to move and continues to move and just keeps going. Oh, toll bridge. We got to pay. Okay, so we have to find some money to pay at the toll bridge. Do any keys work? Can I use I? No, I does not work. Let's see if we can make our way down here before we touch a tree, or we might die. This is so bizarre. This is crazy. That this is because it's an adventure game. It's not action. There's no action involved. Oh, it says dead end, but then it has ... What does that mean? Can we touch the houses? I mean, I'll touch a house, see what happens. Beware of goblins. I don't remember goblins in the movie. Oh, that it? Oh, so when you touch a house, it's like a NPC telling you 1 line of text for help. This is awesome. Yeah, we got to find the money to pay the troll. No one's home at that house. Okay. And I wonder if they give us hints or help, or we got to go find money somewhere. Now, we're not going to get a long showcase of this game, but I'm so intrigued because it doesn't play like E.T. that's going to come out later on the Atari home computer. But you got to admit, this is freaky that it's an E.T. game before E.T. and it's on the Coco, but it's done in a way. Oh, stop! I got to time this right. There we go. Nice and easy. Don't touch any trees. And it looks like the color of the cocoa, but it's not a lot of green on here. That's true. I was taking pieces of the house with me, right? All right, Pine Cove, nice. So bizarre. We played a few other games like this, like a graphic adventure game where it's not just a single picture and then you have the text adventure that's hidden behind it. This one is you're actually moving around as the character. Like I'm able to freely move my dot character. And it has, I might have puzzles. I don't even know if it has inventory. Oh, but I love this. This is great. I love uncovering games like this because while we only get a quick showcase of things like this on the show, I would love to just dive and see what this is about. Like, how long is this game? What kind of puzzles are in this? Do we eventually? Oh no, the treasure cave. Wait, we're on the. It took a piece of pixel out. We have to enter the treasure cave at the right pixel. Otherwise, look, it's going to stick us. I don't know if you can see that we're like a single pixel. Probably going to die again. Here, I'll just move myself down. Easy. Okay, that should be it. Maybe that's pixel perfect accuracy. Do we make it? We did! I don't know. I don't know how I did that on the live show, but I made it. Now, can we get to the treasure cave? Ready and stop. No. 1 pixel off. Ready and stop. Got it. Go. Oh, yes. Now, do we go big or go home? Do we go for the big pot of gold? Yes, we are. We can't miss a step. Yes! We did it! Oh, is it fool's gold? They tricked us. It's like a Peter Kilworth trick. Can we go back down? No, we go back down and touch the walls. Oh, man, I don't believe it. And then E.T. cries because we never found him. I think that's fitting. Let's leave it there that we never found Coco Terrestrial. What a wild ride that one was. All right, so it is unique because there's not a whole lot of true graphic adventure games out there. This one is the 10th, like real graphic adventure game, not just a text adventure with pictures. So I'm going to say, because of how rare it is, it's still around the average range, but this could be an extremely short game. I'm going to say 3 stars, but because it's ET before ET, I kind of want to say 3.5 of all the games you could play on a home computer. Yes, that's true, Manly. It's not Smurfs. It's not going to get that platform treatment like Smurfs did. So there you go, Coco Terrestrial. I'm looking over the chat. I see mostly averages as well. If you were a fan of the movie, and most people were, especially if you were younger kids, you would have had a blast playing this. So much fun. All right, with that, let's press forward and see our next game. It's more action on the Coco. This is Colorpede. Colorpede's another one we don't have a lot of artwork for. At least we have an advertisement flyer that you would have seen. An exciting new game from the company that's setting the standards. Colorful, high-scoring, fast action play, high-quality sound effects. Why am I reading this? Intracolor Communications. Maybe we should just check it out in big screen. Do we have anything else besides that one? Oh, yeah, we have other ads you would have seen. Here's one from Rainbow Magazine. Other by Intracolor. This is the very first game we've ever seen by this company. What's it going to be like to play Colorpede? They say they're setting the standards, and we'll be the judge of that one. It also has Robo Attack. Oh, sweet. Looks like Robotron 2084 from the ad. There's an example of the screenshot. And then, yeah, we have a one we can zoom in. I think it's still the ad. Oh, no, it's the inside sleeve. Shows you how to load, uses machine language. Very nice. How to start the game up. And we can use, ooh, nice joystick control. Scores displayed at the top. We have the shooter, which we're controlling. The toadstools. Ah, I know what it is. The bouncing bug. Yes, Manly, another bug game. Add that to the tally. Awesome, Curtis. Thanks for the heads up. And then you can see Colorpede, which is the centipede. Wink, wink. And we have the beetle and the stinger. How was this manual done? Look at the picture of Colorpede. It looks like it was done as a stamp. And then it has the notice. How did you make the manual Intracolor? I'm very curious. All right, let's pop into play Colorpede. It's by David W. Clark. First time by Intracolor Communications at sometime in October 1982. All right, so I don't remember the name of it, but it did say it was machine language, right? Yeah, and this is the very first game we've seen by David W. Clark, too. Welcome to the show. There you go. Got to do some typing when you play computer games in 1982. And I know what we're going to get ourselves into. I'm ready. Yes, there it is. Look at this. Wow, bask in that. It honestly doesn't look like a Coco game. It looks so close to Centipede. Very well done. It's amazing. Yeah, Marshall, it's going to be a bug hunt. All right, so obviously this is Centipede again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 26th game we played on the show that's been a Centipede variant. 26 other games that play just like Centipede that are out there. All right, let's push a button and go in. Yes. All right, one player's up. Nice. We got a death. Oh, it went to two-player. Okay, we'll use two-player. Ooh, so this one uses those analog joysticks of the Coco, so we have a different experience whenever you're playing. The character kind of feels, I would say, pretty good because the analog controls work well since Centipede was done first with trackball. Yeah. Now this looks and plays the part. Oh, it changes the colors too. Look at that. The sound effects though, the sound is so quiet. It feels like the sound is muted, but I have it the same volume we've had before when we played the other Coco games. Yeah, I'm doing the cheese way where you just, hold the button down. And we do have a little bit of freedom. You can see I was just moving left and right, but we can move around like we did with most of the other Centipede style games. Yeah, awesome. Is it only two colors though? Oh, mouse too. Nice. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the trackball was available for. Could you get a trackball for your Coco right now, or is that something you got later? But this is a great Centipede. This is just classic. It plays very, very well. Yeah, so it's just the two colors. Thanks, Curtis. Uh-oh. And the only thing I think we're missing... have you seen the scorpion yet? Because we got the spider. I see the fleas coming down. The fleas are so nice. They're very slow in this game. Now, when I say we played 26 games that play like Centipede, that's not counting the official Centipede games that are out there. Those are still out there as well. And at this time, you can play a lot of really good Centipede-style games on home computers. So there's some competition, of course, but some of the best, in my opinion, for other Centipede-like games that would be really, really good, like the top ones, is Bug Attack on the Apple II, or Grid Runner. That was on a few different systems. Mega Legs on the Atari home computer. Nightcrawler was on the Commodore VIC-20. That's a really good one. And Photar on the Apple II. Yeah, but you got to admit, the control on this is awesome. And it's just very smooth, very smooth. Another really good one was Video Vermin on the Commodore VIC-20. Then Viper also was the one that allowed you to shoot in both directions. It wasn't like classic Centipede. It had a different element to it. And that was on the Atari home computer. And then Arachnoid was another good one. All of these are bug-based, so if you're keeping track manually, they're all really good Centipede-like games. And then we also played Bug Battle on the Apple II. Bug Attack and Bug Battle all are very good Centipede-like games. This one looks so much like the arcade. You can't deny how good it is. Even though I died. Oh, yes. No, nice, Curtis. Top 2. That's awesome. Yeah, the analog joystick is what puts this higher or well done compared to the other games we played. Yeah, I got to give it marks for that. Awesome. All right, there you go. That's Colorpede. Very, very well done. Of all the games you can play right now on home computers, I'd love to hear, if you've been here since the beginning and seen all the Centipede we've played on home computers. There's a lot, but if you've seen all those Centipede games, you really can't do this one justice unless you play it yourself. So I'm looking over in the chat. I see 3.5 above average than usual. Now, some of the other Centipede games do something new. This one's just good. Classic. It looks just like the arcade. Yeah, I'm actually going to go with 4. Of all the games you can play, because of that analog joystick control, that one's what's setting this apart from even some of the ones we played on consoles, which we usually don't rate against those, but 4 stars for Colorpede. It's the control that does it, and at this point, Centipede, Atari would argue it's only on the Atari, and it's not true because obviously this is an official Centipede, but this would play better than that one. All right, so there you go, 4 stars for Colorpede. So cool. Yeah, loving in the chat. I'm seeing mostly above average for, or maybe you're Centipede fans and you want to play it that way. So much fun. All right, it's time to put the video game playing on pause or hit the break key if you're using home computers. Next time on Chronologically Gaming, one of the best ways to play Pac-Man on a home console and you've never heard of it. That's it for today, and like I always say, I'll be right here. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are perpetually retro, and we will catch you next time.